So it's been a while since my last deck profile. I've been working on this list for quite a while. So we have Cyframe Driver for the Gamma, and then we have Jet Synchron for the Hulk plays, and we have Glow Bloom as well. It's kind of also here for the Hulk plays, but in a different way. And then we have Astral Kribo for some of our number plays, with Galaxy Tomahawk and Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. And then we have Gamma. Gamma's just pretty solid as a hand trap. So going first or second, Gamma can come in clutch, you know, it can just negate a maxi and then you just plus off it, and then you go into Hulk. And then we have Unizombie. Unizombie's effect will allow us to discard a card from hand or a zombie and send that to the graveyard from the deck. And then we have Ancient Cloak here, which will allow us to banish it from the graveyard, and then we can search a Phantom Knights card and add it to the hand. Silent Boots allows you to add a spell or trap from the Phantom Knights archetype. Also, Silent Boots can special summon itself if you control a Phantom Knights monster. And then we have Ash Blossom and Ghost Bell. We have Jackalope here. Jackalope is pretty much guaranteed special summon. And then Tsuchinoko is also a guaranteed special summon. And it also works on discard, so if you wanted to use Unizombies effect for some reason and you want to target Tsuchinoko, you could do that. So we also have Torn Skills here, which will discard a card from hand and send a Phantom Knights card from the deck to the graveyard. We have Mizuki. Mizuki will banish itself and then special a zombie from the graveyard onto the field, not once per turn. Dark Refer, neither effect is actually hard once per turn either. So the fact here is you can discard one dark monster from your hand and then send one dark monster from your deck to the graveyard. And to special summon Dark Refer, you just have to discard a level 5 or higher dark monster. We have Blackwing Zephyrus here, which will special summon itself and return one card that you control, face up card you control, to the hand, and then it'll special summon Zephyrus. And then we have Gozuki, which can send a zombie monster from our deck to the graveyard. And if Gozuki is sent to the graveyard, we can banish one zombie monster and special summon a zombie monster from our hand. Necroworld Banshee banishes itself. Well, that's the effect we care about. Banshee will banish itself from the graveyard and activate Zombie World directly from your hand or deck, meaning this can't be ashed as well. And then we have Mothman here for some rank plays, or XYZ plays, I guess. And then we have Artifact Scythe here for the Dagger package. And then we have Destrudo here, which is a really good discard target for Dark Refer. Well, not just discard, but Destrudo is just very good overall. Then we have Danger Nessie. Danger Nessie, when it's discarded, will allow you to add any danger from your deck to your hand. And then we have Doom King Ballad Rock. If there's a field spell on either field, you can special Doom King Ballad Rock in defense position. And then we have the effects to negate a monster effect, a zombie monster effect specifically, and banish a monster from the field or graveyard. And then we have Zombie World, that makes it so every monster on the field and the graveyard are zombies, and neither player contributes summon monsters except for zombie monsters. And then Shade Brigandine, which basically just special summons itself, but you can activate it if you have no traps in your graveyard the turn it is set. So it's pretty much a special summon. And then we have Fogblade, which can banish itself to special summon a monster. Or not a monster, Phantom Knight's monster. And also Fogblade can negate a monster and prevent it from attacking or being attacked. And then we have Formula Synchron here. Wonder Magician, F.A. Don Dragster, Cyframe Lord Omega, Baron DeFleur, Bamboozling Gossip Shadow, Time Thief Redoer, Galaxy Tomahawk, Link Spider, Link Rebo, Crystron Hulk, Vampire Sucker, IP Masquerena, Artifact Dagda, and Apollosa, Bow of the Goddess. So, Galaxy Tomahawk, Link Spider, IP Mask, and Apollosa are basically like one package here, because when we special summon the Galaxy Tomahawk, we can make more or less a free Apollosa. And then we also have Vampire Sucker here for the standard zombie plays with the Ballard Rock as well. These two together are very good. Galaxy Tomahawk does take up a lot of space, but for this profile, I'll be showcasing Galaxy Tomahawk's effects anyways. So this deck list isn't quite optimized, but it still works pretty well as is. Like, for example, you could add Zeus here, take out the Galaxy Tomahawk package, and put in some other stuff as well, because this does take up a good bit of space in the extra deck as well. If you don't want to run the Scythe package, you don't have to run that either. But with Hulk, it's just a pretty good option. But anyways, we're going to get into the combos now. So let's assume we only have Uni Zombie and a PK card. So what we can do here is Uni Zombie, normal, and then we'll discard Banshee, Uni Zombie effect, and Uni Zombie's level. We will discard the Ancient Cloak. What the Ancient Cloak can do is the Ancient Cloak can search Shade Brigandine, and then Shade Brigandine and just special itself. So there is synergy between a good amount of the cards here. Depending on what your deck list is, you could even cut out Cloak, because Cloak is not the best with Uni Zombie, but it's good with Dark Grepher and the Dangers. So in this case, Iron Board is pretty disgusting actually, because we do have Scythe in hand here, so we don't even have to make Dagda. And you can actually just end on Link Rebo, Ballad Rock, but if you feel like either surely my opponent does not have Called by the Grave, you know, or if you have a Ghost Ball in hand, it's should be fine unless they open or like have 2 Called by in their hand. Then in this case though, even if they do Called by, we have Scythe set, so we have the Dagda lock going here. So there will be games where you don't open Uni Zombie. This combo specifically, special summon Uni Zombie more or less from the deck. So if we have Danger Nessie, or Jackalope, this is technically doable, but the only difference is if we have a Danger Nessie in hand, we don't have to normal Dark Grepher. But either way, we'll need Jackalope. If you do have Nessie in your if you have Danger Nessie in your hand instead, we will be able to special summon Dark Grepher and still normal summon something from our hand. But this is a 2-card combo. We're going to send Yugioh Zombie. Jackalope effect. Jackalope will special summon Mothman, and then we will Xyz summon Dugaris. And then here, we will use Dugaris' second effect here, which will skip our next main phase one, but it'll allow us to special summon a monster. Well, any monster, but in this case we'll be doing Yugioh Zombie. So, with Yugioh Zombie, you can discard either Mizuki or Banshee here, depending on what kind of end board you're going for. But in this case, we'll discard Banshee. And then we make Crystron Hulky Fibrax. And then Hulk will summon Glow Up Bloom. But it was also technically possible, since we do have Zephyros in hand, for us to, instead of searching for Yugioh Zombie in this case, we could have brought back Dark Grepher to search out Destrudo if we wanted. But anyways. Oh yeah. If we instead sent Mizuki, we would have searched Jet Synchron here, and then we would be able to bring back technically any monster here, but since we have a Dark, we would probably bring back Dark Grepher, and Dark Grepher would be able to Foolish something here, because its effect is not once per turn. But this is assuming we just have 2 cards. We can choose between the Doom King board or the Hulk Degda board. So here we'll use Banshee effect, and then Glow Bloom effect, and then we have Ballad Rock. This end board should look familiar to most zombie players. And this is without normal summoning. So for this combo, we'll only be using Dark Grepher and Danger Nessie. It's all we really need, but this hand honestly is pretty good. So we discard Danger Nessie, we'll add Jackalope or Tsuchinoko. Probably depends on your hand, right? So for this example, we'll use Jackalope. So right now we haven't normal summoned yet, but we discard Jackalope here, and then we're going to send Destrudo, Jackalope effect, and then we can special summon whichever danger we want from our deck. Could put on in Mothman for some rank 4 plays. At this point, if you have a normal summon, you would probably just, like, for example, normal summon Yugioh Zombie here, and after you make Baron, which you can do right here, and you haven't used your normal summon yet. But we'll just pretend we don't have any cards in our hand, you know, aside from the 2. So Hulk. We don't have Zombie World access, but if we want, we can still summon Bloom. Or just Synchron if we want. It's about the same for me. If you want to shuffle something back, you can make Gamma here, technically. Do I have Gamma? No. But if you had Gamma, you can make Gamma with Danger Nessie, Jet Synchron, and then shuffle something back into your deck. So we'll just do Jet Synchron here. So that's 2 cards. Hulk deck to combo right there. Special summons only. We did not use our normal summon, and we still have 3 other cards in hand. So I'm actually struggling to get the hands I need for the combos in Master Duel. There's no easy way to like show off combos in Master Duel. So we're going to switch to Yugioh Pro here. So for this combo, we'll need Dark Gruffer, Danger Nessie, and Uni Zombie. This is basically the anti-hand trap combo. Well, monster hand traps anyways. So we'll use Danger Nessie's effect here to add Jackalope. And then Dark Gruffer effect, discard Tsuchinoko. And then we'll also discard Distrido. We'll add do a special Tsuchinoko with Jackalope effect. And then Distrido will target Dark Gruffer here. And then that will allow us to make Distrido level 3, which allows us to summon Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. And then at this point, we can just more or less safely summon Uni Zombie. This won't play around, for example, Imperm, but it plays around Nibiru, Effect Veiler, Ash, all of that stuff. They will technically have the card next turn as well, though. So here, we can discard either Mizuki or Banshee. It depends a little bit on kind of what you want to do here, but if you discard Mizuki, you can make Hulk deck without using Jet Synchron, meaning you won't have to discard a card from hand. So here we will summon Hulk with Dark Gruffer and Uni Zombie, and then blow up one. And then we will link off the Bloom for link 3 bar. And then we have Valid Rock here. You can either end here or link off Link Rebuild and Valid Rock for Vampire Sucker. Kinda depends, but yeah. So I thought I'd actually elaborate on this combo a little bit more. But I forgot to mention some things, like Distrido is attached to Gossip Shadow, and its effect is only once per turn, not like once per duel. So whenever it gets detached or Bamboozling Gossip Shadow leaves the field, you will be able to use Distrido's effect again because it'll be in the graveyard and not the bottom of your deck. But anyways, we'll use Uni Zombie's effect here. Doesn't matter who he targets. We'll send Mizuki instead, and then we will summon Blue with Hulk effect. And then here, especially Uni Zombie, and then we will make Gecko. We don't have Uni Zombie, or not Uni Zombie, we don't have Zombie World on field, so here we could go, might be Mass Vigos or just Hulk deck though. So we'll just go Hulk Degda, and then we'll have Bloom Effect, add a Ballad to hand. But technically, depending on your list, you could add a Bull in here, or a Golden Lord instead. And we don't need to summon Jet Synchron here, so, well, we don't need to summon it off of Hulk, so we won't have to discard a card from hand. So for this combo, you only really need Dark Grepper and Silent Boots. Kinda depends what hand you're doing, but this combo is only useful if you know your opponent's playing a control deck for sure. Aside from that, it won't be too good, but I'll show it anyways. So we'll have the Destrudo effect here. And then summon. Well, not summon, we'll just search Shade Brigade. Then Help. And it doesn't really matter too much what we summon here. If you wanted, you could just summon Bloom and add Bellarock to hand here, and that'd be fine. Well, actually, it does matter a little bit. Well, I guess it depends on the hand as well. So we Crispana, and we just set Shade Brigandine. So in the end phase, we'll just simply special summon Shade Brigandine to one of the link arrows of Crispana, and we will banish all back row, all spells and traps. So the last combo wasn't that practical, but I have a more practical one here. So you'll need Dark Grepper and Danger Nessie, and Zombie will just be nice. Just any tuner should do. So we will add Jackalope, and then we will use Dark Grepper's effect, discard Jackalope, and then we will discard Dark Simorgh. And then we will use the effect of Jackalope to special Mothman, and then we will special summon Bugars. And then we will activate Bugars' effect to special summon a monster from the graveyard in defense position. And then we will choose Dark Simorgh. And then we can normal summon Mini Zombie or a tuner, and then we can go into our Hulk plays just off of the tuner and Bugars. But since we have Mini Zombie, we can go ahead and discard either Banshee or Mitsuki, depending on if you're going for the Hulk Degda combo or the Vampire Sucker end board, I guess you would call it. So we're going to just summon Hulk here, and then we'll change Banshee. In Master Duel, Banshee won't chain block anything, so it doesn't really matter when you use this effect. So just special Bellarock, off a Bloom effect, and then we will, well, you can end here, but Vampire Sucker here, with Link Reload, and Drinking Bellarock. So Bellarock will just come back next turn, we'll draw a card, and also our opponent will no longer be able to set cards, we will also not be able to set cards, but that is fine, because if they're playing a control deck, they're just completely fucked. They won't be able to set any traps. And in case our opponent is playing Elblick and they have a Golden Lord in hand, Bellarock specifically can just negate that, so they're kinda just completely fucked if they're an Elblick player at this point. If we go first and we do this combo, we're just fucked. The alternative to this is, instead of summoning Dark Simorgh though, we could have summoned Jinzo as well, or Jinzo the Machine Menace, and that would have maybe been better, depending on the situation. but Dugaris with the Danger, Nessie, and Dark Griffer, they have a lot of potential combos for you to do as well. In this specific deck list here though, if we have like Uni Zombie or just any tuner, we can just end with Hulk as well. And I guess you could Hulk Dawn here, technically, but I'm not going to show you any Hulk Dawn combos. So, for this combo you'll need Dark Griffer, Painting SES for Primo. It's kind of the same little combo here. We're going to discard Destrudo with Dark Griffer's effect, and then we'll special summon Injured Nessie. And then after that we will summon the Galaxy Tomahawk. So here we'll use Astral Previous effect, reveal a Galaxy Tomahawk, and we will just simply summon Galaxy Tomahawk. So we're going to activate Galaxy Tomahawk's effect. And then if you wanted here, for going second, you could add in Cleave or Genius, and Genius would be able to link off any of these two machines here, and then target a card on your opponent's field and your field, and negate both of them. So in this case, we'll just negate Dark Griffer, it doesn't really hurt us, and then we'll negate one of their card effects for the turn. So then, deck go, and then also actually Spider here. For this specifically, I'm going to, it doesn't matter what we target, we just need to special Destrudo. And then here we summon Crystal Hawk without this. And then we will use Crystal Hawk Fibrax's effect to summon Synchron. And then we will use these two to make FA Dawn Dragster. Just any token as well. And then we'll activate its Synchron's effect. We'll discard a card from our hand. So it's just FA Dawn Dragster, but again. And then, assuming you wanted to make Alpalosa here, you could have made Alpalosa as well. But I completely forgot to activate the effect to set Scythe. And then we would have linked off into might be mess, but this endboard is also fine, I suppose. So the thing is that FA Dawn Dragster is only once per turn, so both of these are basically a spell trap negate per turn, and then we have Help Degta here as well. And also the tokens do get destroyed or sent to the graveyard or something. They're just not on your field anymore after you end your turn. So that's why I linked into Link Spider here. Technically, I would still have a normal summon as well here, so there's some plays that you can make as well still after setting up a board like this. So there will be times when you get like a hand like this. So if you have Shade Brigandine and Silent Boots, you could... Well, you just need Shade Brigandine and Silent Boots. And just like a tuner you can normal summon. So in this case we'll just use Ash, Silent Boots special, Shade Brigandine special, Then we just make Talc. And then Talc effect. We have to make sure that we link off Silent Boots here. Well, actually it doesn't really matter. And then here you can choose between Jit Synchron and Glow Plume. Doesn't really matter too much what you choose. Kinda depending on the situation. We don't have zombie rollbacks, so I'll just choose Jit Synchron here. And then we have Boots effect, we'll add Fog Blade as well. And Yugioh. Set the Fog Blade, and that's our endboard here. So this combo is the DK combo that will summon Trisbana and end on Shade Burgundy. So what we're going to do here, like as you've seen before, is, well, if we have Silent Boots in hand, we will actually discard Silent Boots with the Tone Skills effect, and then we will discard or send from a deck Ancient Cloak. Either way, we send Ancient Cloak, and then they'll add Silent Boots. Mask here. And then Boots effect. Research Chamber. And then special Tone Skills. And then we just make Trisbana. And we can set Brigandine and pass, and we just special Brigandine to one of Trisbana's zones. We'll probably do this in the end phase. And then they'll just wipe out the board. If you wanted to, you can sit on the IP mask actually. And then you can go into a few other Link monsters as well. And we'll also still shade Brigandine for other plays. So for this combo, we basically only need Dark Griffer, Danger Nessie, and Torn Scales, but we will need cards to discard for this combo, so Dark Griffer, Special Summon, Danger Nessie effect, and then we will just add Jackalope. And then we will activate their Gripper effect. And then we will discard Destrudo. Doesn't really matter what is special here. But I guess Tsuchinoko, sure. And then Twin Scales, normal summon Twin Scales, discard Ash. And then here we will discard Ancient Cloak. Ancient Cloak will search for Silent Boots. And then here's where we need to make a decision here. We can either commit for Apollosa, the Apollosa end board, or we can just go ahead and make Bamboos and Gossip Shadow and kind of call it a day. We'll probably use these two to make Gossip Shadow if we want to do that, if we want to play around the Nib or not, which we have the option to do so, but we technically do not need to, because right here we can use all four of these to summon Apollosa here. But yeah, if we summon Destrudo here, we need to do it now, we cannot make Appaloosa first, because Destrudo will not have a target. So, in this case, we're just going to make Appaloosa though. This won't play around Nibiru, but... yeah, summon help. And then Hulk will summon get Synchron. And then here we summon a format Appaloosa here. And then here we will activate the effect from Silent Roots. And we will search Hogblade. And then this will trigger Form Scales. And then we will activate the effect of Jet Synchron. And Jet Synchron will send Ash Blossom to the graveyard, in this case. And then here we can just make Degda. And then we set Hogblade and we can pass here. Almost forgot to mention, if you wanted it, instead you could have summoned IP Mask first, and then made Appaloosa. If you wanted to play around like a Raigeki or Lightning Storm, so you don't lose your Appaloosa, but it does lose one negate. So for this combo, you'll need Dark Grepher, Danger Nessie, and Shade Brigandine, and then we just have Ash to discard. So Danger Nessie effect, special summon Dark Grepher, add Danger Jackalope, Dark Grepher effect again, and then we'll send this Trudeau with Jackalope as well. And then we will trigger Jackalope's effect here, special summoning for Mothman. And then here we will activate Strudel effect as well. And then set Shade Brigandine, activate Shade Brigandine. Doesn't really matter how you do this because we're going to just redo it here. And then this would be the 5th summon, so assuming they did Nibiru, we would just be forced to use redo effect here, I guess. But we're just going to assume that there's no Nibiru because it's a combo. And then Hulk effect here. Hulk will search or special, get Synchron like Karibo. And then we will use just Synchron effect, discard a hand card. And then we will simply have Degda. And this is our end board here with Redoer. And potentially here with this, with Redoer. Well, even with Gossip Shadow, if we make it using Astral Karibo, we can easily go into Zeus off of either of these. This is decent going second as well, being able to summon Redoer. Redoer can just send their place one face-up card your opponent controls on top of the deck, meaning they won't draw a new card either, meaning what they have in hand is pretty much what they're just going to be playing. So I just realized something. After making all those combos, I kind of realized the Trisvana combo is actually pretty good, but you have to run anti-magic arrows. This is actually spell speed 4. quick play, but you have to give up your main phase 1 and your battle phase. But if you're just playing against 5 back row, you can just play anti-magic arrows and then special summon Trisbana and use Trisbana's effect. Kind of realized this after the fact, but yeah. And this was also actually kind of a reward in one of the previous festivals, so if you participated in it, I'm assuming you have a few copies of anti-magic arrows yourself. As you see, I can't actually dismantle these. I believe they're also in Legacy. Yeah. So, if you were against a Floodgate player, like, say they have Skill Drain and all that set, they actually would have to flip it first, and a lot of players, they actually play with the chain on auto. So if you go from main phase to battle phase, they actually have no response if they don't have the chain on. So right off the bat, you just disabled 5 back row with 1 card, because this activates in the battle phase. At the start of the battle phase, immediately, all of the back row is just disabled, and you can just banish all of it. So anyways, I have some games that I've played that I'm going to show you guys now. I'll see you guys at the end of the video. So I've been thinking about making XYZ Zombies deck profile. I don't really have the deck done yet, but it'll probably be done by next month. So thanks for watching. I know this video's gone pretty long, but I hope it was helpful and you guys have fun with this deck.